Hi, this is Kate from Daisy Nails, creating fun, funky, fabulous nails. So as this one was not based on a Ben Spurling picture, as you can see on that very beginning, there was the photograph I based it on. So this is based on the North Bay in Scarborough, looking from the beach towards Scarborough Castle. So we're looking southwards along the beach. So I started with the sand, using creme de la creme. Now the sand in Scarborough is quite a dark colour. It's more like a brick colour. But since it was in keeping with all the other ones in the series, I decided to stay with the creme de la creme. Right, so we've got the sand, and now we are going to paint the hill that separates the North Bay from the South Bay in Scarborough and has the castle on the top. The North Bay is quiet. It's got a few hotels on it. There's a cafe and a few shops and some flats. There's a lot of grass. At the far end, there's a SeaWorld and there's a water park, but it's mostly a very, very empty beach. And then you go round that headland that's sticking out that I'm painting there. There's a road that goes all the way around there. And you get to the South Bay, which is amusement arcades, fish and chips, ice cream, etc. So they're two very, very different feels. And then if you go further south, there's Caton Bay, which is just very rural. There are a lot of caravan parks there that people camp in on their holidays, but it's more of a surfing beach. But they're all absolutely stunning. And yeah, I went to college in Scarborough where I studied sign writing, so I'm a qualified sign writer. I think of painting nails as just being a very small version of sign writing. Anyway, so with this headland, I did a lot of darks and greys with some green over the top because of the grass and the castle sticking up. Using the Amor Azul. Oh look, I've got a blip on the side of there. I didn't see until after I'd cured it. I was a bit annoyed with myself, but it wasn't a human, so I didn't worry about it. Yep, using the Amor Azul, again doing the sea stripes. Let's put some perfect blue in the middle. The sea at Scarborough, when the tide is out, you've got a nice decent bit of beach. Not ridiculously large, just a nice decent bit of beach. When it comes in, it comes all the way in. So on the South Bay, it comes right up to where the road is. North Bay and Caton Bay, it comes all the way up to sort of like the cliffs in Caton Bay and the seawall in North Bay. And when the seas are really rough, it can be really dangerous down there. I remember some of my housemates when I was at college went down to experience the really rough sea, and my college housemate Brenda was wearing her glasses when she went. She was not wearing them when they came back because the wave went over the top of them and literally took her glasses off her face and took them out to sea. So yeah, I never actually went. I was always a bit of a chicken when it came to things that might risk my life. Right, so in this particular photograph, there were a few low-level clouds. So I just did those with a little bit of white on a small brush. And then the sun wasn't bright sun, but a sort of a glary winter sun. So I alternated the Sundays and the perfect white to try and get that effect. Did I do it? I don't think so, but I didn't mind. It was fine. Then I went over with the top coat, popped it in the lamp for a full cure. Oh, I think this is a top coat that's very, very nearly finished. So I was just trying to get the last little bits out of it. I think I might be as well as to try and pour it into one of the others. Drip it into one of the others. Don't think it's at the stage where it'll pour. Pop that in the lamp for the full cure. And there's Scarborough North Bay. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate this. This is the end of my third series of nails based on artists. So tell me, who's your favourite artist? What is your favourite work of art? And I will see if I can do one based on that. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I will see you soon. Bye.